Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we turn confusing corporate filings into something you can actually understand. Today we are diving into a 10K for FreightCar America, a company that makes rail cars, think trains, but just the cars. This report has some twists as it looks like the last year was an interesting one for them. Were they on the right track? Let's find out. FreightCar America designs and manufactures different types of rail cars used to transport everything from grain to steel in North America. They also repair and convert old rail cars and sell rail car parts. They've been around since 1901, which is pretty impressive. Their main customers are financial institutions, shippers, and railroads. The company delivered over 4,000 railcars this year, which is up from 3,000 the year before. However, their backlog, which is the amount of orders they still need to fill, decreased slightly. The estimated value of this backlog is 267 million AUD. Now, shifting gears a bit, let's talk cybersecurity because every company has to these days. FreightCar America uses the National Institute of Standards and Technology NIST framework to manage their cybersecurity risks. They also provide cybersecurity training to their employees and works with a third party. They're also trying to monitor and prevent unauthorized access to the company's information and systems. So far, they haven't had any material cybersecurity incidents, but they know they are a target. Their board of directors takes cybersecurity seriously, delegating oversight to the audit committee. The director of IT reports to the chief financial officer and manages the company's cybersecurity program, which they also report to the audit committee quarterly. FreightCar America's primary locations include their headquarters in Chicago, their railcar production facility in Mexico, an administrative and parts warehouse in Pennsylvania, and a sourcing office in China. Let's look at the money. Total revenue was $548.4 million, up from $358.1 million the previous year. Most of their revenue comes from manufacturing rail cars. Gross profit also increased to $67 million compared to $41.8 million. This is due to the higher number of rail cars delivered and a favorable product mix. Selling, general, and administrative expenses were up to $32.9 million from $27.5 and 55 all expenses, stock-based compensation expenses, and insurance expenses. They recorded a $322 million gain from a litigation settlement this year, which is nice. Interest expense decreased to $69 million. This is due to paying off some loans last year. Okay. This is a big one. The company reported a $99.5 million loss due to the change in the fair market value of their warrant liability. This is because of the stock price fluctuation. Taking all that into account, their net loss was $75.8 million. This is significantly higher than the $23.6 million loss from the previous year. So while sales were up, expenses and those warrant losses really hurt their bottom line. The company relies on cash equivalents, and credit facilities for liquidity. They entered a term loan agreement for $115 million in December, which they used to redeem preferred stock. They also entered a new revolving credit facility for $35 million. They believe their cash balance will be sufficient for the next 12 months, but their long-term liquidity depends on meeting financial covenants and getting additional financing if needed. Breaking down the cash flow statement, operating activities provided 44 tonnes in working capital, particularly a decrease in inventory. Investing activities used $5 million, mainly for improvements to their manufacturing facility. Financing activities used $5 million, mainly for improvements to their manufacturing facility. Financing activities used $36 million, with proceeds from their term loan being offset by the redemption of preferred shares and payments of dividends. Now for the accounting policies, which are key for understanding how they arrive at those numbers. They have to make estimates for things like the useful lives of their assets, warranty costs, pension benefits, and potential impairments. These estimates can significantly impact their financial results. They review the carrying value of their assets for potential impairment. If an asset's carrying value can't be recovered through future cash flows, they write down its value. They also have to estimate the cost of pension and post-retirement benefits. This depends on factors like discount rates and expected returns on plan assets. They have to estimate future taxes and recognize deferred tax assets and liabilities. They also have to assess whether they'll be able to use their deferred tax assets. FreightCar America recognizes revenue when they transfer control of a product or service to a customer. This usually happens when the railcar is delivered to a specified location or when a customer issues a certificate of acceptance. FreightCar America operates in a competitive marketplace with established players in the railcar industry. Their main competitive factors include price, delivery, timing, product performance, technological innovation, product quality, and customer service. As of the end of 2024, they had over 2,000 employees, with most of them based in Mexico. They focus on attracting and retaining diverse and skilled workforce with competitive compensation and benefits. They are committed to grow their business responsibly with focus on environmental stewardship, social responsibility, and good governance. The railcar industry is regulated by the Federal Railroad Administration, FRA, and the Association of American Railroads, AR. They have to maintain certifications and meet safety and design standards. They're also subject to various environmental regulations. They are incorporating parts of their proxy statement into this report. This proxy statement will be filed within 4 months of the end of the fiscal year. So what's the verdict on FreightCar America? This report paints a mixed picture. Their revenues are way up, indicating increased production and sales. That's a good sign. The decrease in interest expenses shows that they are actively taking care of their financial health by paying down debt. However, that massive loss due to the warrant liability is a major red flag, and it shows that their bottom line is highly susceptible to swings in the stock price. Their increased administrative expenses also need to be watched, as they could point to inefficiencies. Overall, FreightCar America is showing signs of growth, but needs to manage its expenses more carefully. Thanks for watching Corporate Decoder. If you found this helpful, please give us a like. Subscribe for more deep dives into the world of corporate finance. Also, let us know what SEC filings you'd like me to look at in the comments below.